strong recommendation to wear headphones to gain a better experience of voiceover with songs. You are in utter shock by his action, that words are also not helping you to come out. Your head is still on his chest, and he's caressing your hair with relief-closed eyes. You lift up your gaze to see Mr. Kim, who is looking at his son in shock, as he never expected this from Jinff. Soon he broke the hug and cupped your cheek to make you look at him. He started checking you while touching your whole body in order to make sure you didn't get hurt. You are just staring him with longing eyes. Either he is touching your body, but you don't know why his touch is not making you uncomfortable. Maybe the reason is he is touching you softly yet carefully. His word cut off as you look up and his eyes meet with yours. His heartbeat stopped for a second to see you staring him with longing eyes. Because first time you both are looking at each other like this. He always threatened you by came closer to your face, but today this closeness is not scaring you. Instead, trembling his heart. Soon he understands what he did, so he breaks the eye contact and back off hesitantly. He tries his best to not look at your eyes and stand up, then brushed his hair back. But you understand he is trying to think some excuse. Jin quickly looked at his father but became confused to see him smiling sarcastically to Jin. He frowned his eyes as Mr. Kim come near him and pulled him in a hug. Jin became confused even more as his hands are still in air to process what he did that Mr. Kim hugged him. But his eyes widened as Mr. Kim whispered, Jin become freeze on his spot, so Mr. Kim break the hug as he understands Jin start feeling something for you that he wants from a long time because you are the only one who can pull back his son in normal life. You asked, so Mr. Kim winked at Jin and turned to you to tell you the reason because he wants to kill the brat side of Jin, so it's the right time to hit his weak point. You squeeze your eyes as you are trying to believe he is the same Jin whom you know. But why he is acting strangely right now? There are so many questions in your mind, so Jin set his coat and collar while plastering straight face ahead to answer you. Jin hesitantly looked up as Mr. Kim started laughing. Jin turned his gaze to you but found you pressing your lips together, making the thin line. His heart started beating loudly as he is seeing you smiling first time. He is looking at you, forgetting about his surroundings. Seems like only you are visible to him and everything is blurry. Soon your eyes locked with his, so your smile disappeared as you found him devouring your smile. Jin came back to his senses as you look away and he closed his eyes while cursing himself, but soon Mr. Kim said, You nodded, then smiled to him, but Jin quickly looked down at your hand that he burned intentionally in parking lot, but now it's bandaged. So he looked up but found you smiling to Mr. Kim. Jin's breath stuck in throat as he understands you lied to Mr. Kim that your hand burned with the heated car's engine. Guilt and regret are engulfing his soul, so he quickly rushed out the room before your eyes caught his eyes. You are looking at his back because he is leaving your room, but as he left, Mr. Kim tapped your shoulder. You frowned your eyes as you don't know what he's talking about, but realization hit you and everything became clear as Mr. Kim said. You don't know what to say, so you stay silent, but Mr. Kim crazed your hair. Your heart stopped for a second to hear him. It's not like you don't know that Mr. Kim wants Jin to fall for you, but you never tried as you don't want that. But now, Jin start feeling for you, even without your trying. Now what you will do? Will you accept the destiny and let the fate take you wherever it's written? Or you will end this relationship before Jin will fall deeper for you? You came out from your room and closed the door behind to make sure it's locked. Then you set your hair and turn around, but gasps escaped from your lips, causing you to back off abruptly. You close your eyes and gulped in relief as you are calming your racing heart. You said in low voice, but still your frustration is audible, so Jin chuckled. But your eyes widened because you never saw him chuckling wholeheartedly. You are looking at him without even blinking as he is still smiling while looking around. Then realization hit him as you asked. He stopped smiling and looked at you with those eyes as he is thinking something. You scoffed by his reply and crossed your hand over chest while staring him straight. He asked as he didn't understand, but you shook your head in disbelief, so he breathed in deeply to gather courage. He paused because words are not helping him, but he sighed heavily as you asked. You slowly stand straight while releasing your hand in shock because you are not believing on your ears. Did he ask you to come with him? So you quickly checked his temperature by placing the palm on his forehead, making him confused. He rolled his eyes while removing your hand from his forehead. You scoffed as you understand something is fishy here and he is lying because if Mr. Kim told him to pick you up, then he had texted you already. But no, you were about to answer him but stopped as J-Hope came to you both. Your smile disappeared, your muscles tensed, that is noticed by Jin. But still he stays silent as he knows that he doesn't have right to ask anything. But you internally gather yourself because you know that you can't back off right now. And you decided to accept the fate and to go with the flow. But before you can ask anything, J-Hope left from there without even glancing, so you breathed in deeply and said. Jin shook his head and stepped close to you, but your breath hissed as he said. Taehyung quickly stopped tapping his finger that he was impatiently and desperately tapping to see you as early as possible. But as he heard the knock, he recognized it's you. So he quickly rested his back on couch in order to come in. Then you slowly step inside, but your heart skipped a beat to see him already staring you straight. He doesn't utter a word, but his eyes are still staring you. So you look away, as you don't want him to misunderstand anything, but your heart stops beating as he stands up from couch and starts stepping toward you. You gulp down your saliva because his slow yet heavy steps tremble your heart already. Soon he stopped close to you, so you look up, but your heart flipped inside to see him dangerously close to your face. You frowned by his question. This is really important matter that he called you here immediately, but still you nod and step back little to read the file. You extended the file to him, so he looked down at the file, then again at you, but you become confused as he take the file from your hand and place it over the table. But your breath hitched as he held your hand, then he looked down and saw your bandaged hand. You are staring his face with shivering heart, but he is still staring your hand, then crushed it carefully. He looked up to you, but your heart flipped to see his dilated pupil and red eyes, showing how his care turned into anger within a second. Your eyes filled with tears, but he yanked your hand and turned around to not look at you. Taehyung shut his eyes tightly and fisted his hand to control himself, so you placed hand on his shoulder from behind, but as he felt your touch, his heart started beating loudly. Your word cut off as he yanked your hand and turned around, but you stepped back as you saw sudden rage in his eyes. You flinched, so he threw all files and belongings on floor, causing you to back off. You quickly understand he did this mess to stop you coming close to him. You shaked your head as no and tightly twisted your side skirt because you decided to not let him escape now. But soon someone burst inside and pushed you back. You were about to fall, but you quickly look at Namjoon, who is protectively holding you from falling, as Jungkook was the one who pushed you. He shouted on Namjoon, so he helped you to stand straight and look at you carefully. You nodded little, so Namjoon signaled you to go. You are about to protest, but he insists as he doesn't want to mess up the situation even more. You leave the office before glancing at Taehyung, who is looking at you with clenched jaw. V rolled his eyes and turned around because he knows that a single word can cause problem in between them that he doesn't want. Namjoon is silently listening as he wants to hear Taehyung's reply, but Taehyung carelessly moved toward the window. He pressed each word but is still looking outside, so Jungkook angrily stepped toward him and turned him around to face him. Taehyung is trying his best to ignore his word. Jungkook chuckled sarcastically, but Taehyung dusted his coat to act like unbothered. His word cut off as Taehyung pushed him against the wall while holding his collar. Jungkook's eyes widened to see him that much angry. Then Taehyung jolted his upper body and Jungkook hissed in pain. Jungkook is so stunned to answer him, so Taehyung again jolted him and leaned to his face while glaring him straight. Jungkook didn't reply because he knows that right now Taehyung is angry, and from the time you left him, he became obsessive to you. But his obsession rise even more when he saw you first time after 3 years. J-Hope said hurriedly as he entered in room, but Taehyung clenched Jungkook's collar even more tighter and said, He left Jungkook with jerk and dusted off his coat, then turned around to see J-Hope, but there is something strange is on J-Hope's expression. Taehyung squeezed his eyes and come near him. He said while extended the file to Taehyung, so he rolled his eyes and said, J-Hope about to protest but shut his mouth as Taehyung glared him. Namjoon placed hand on J-Hope's shoulder, so he looked at him. J-Hope sighed and started telling Taehyung that Jinff was forced to marry you, but you were willingly agreed to marry him. Then Jin started torturing and abusing you as he doesn't like you even a bit. Taehyung clenched his fist as J-Hope was telling him each and every torture that he did to you. Soon he finished talking, so there is a pregnant pause because they want to hear Taehyung's reply. But he pulled out the phone and called someone. Namjoon and J-Hope's eyes widened as Taehyung hung up the call and brushed his hair back multiple times. Taehyung ignored him, then took his car's key and started heading out the room. J-Hope is pleadingly following him, but he just said, Namjoon understands something must be happened, so he stopped J-Hope. J-Hope quickly looked at Namjoon with regretting eyes. That is new for Namjoon. Namjoon is confused to hear him, as J-Hope never being weak to any condition. Then what's Jin past that made him like this? J-Hope quickly opened the file and started showing him some paper while telling him about Jin past. Namjoon's eyes widened to see the papers and by hearing everything that J-Hope is saying. He is not believing what he heard because this is the point that you missed, and he is damn sure that you also don't know about this part of Jin's life. J-Hope asked how, so Namjoon brushed his hair back and pulled his hair in frustration, as Taehyung will not listen to anyone. But then realization hit him hard as he recognized who can control Taehyung. He said as he stopped the car at the shooting location, then turned his gaze to you, as you didn't respond to him and found you still looking outside the window blankly. The whole ride was silent. You didn't speak a word, and he even not dared to ask you, as you both are not comfortable and used to with this type of interactions in between. Jin is still looking at you zoom out, so he quickly understands you are physically with him, but your mind is somewhere else. And actually he's thinking right, because you are still thinking about Taehyung and everything that just happened in his office. But then you feel someone is shaking you a little with shoulder, so you turn toward him. You glance outside to assure his word and curse mentally, then again look back to him while removing the seat belt. He hummed in response and turned his gaze to front while tapping his fingers on the steering wheel, so you look at him. He looked at you and shook his head as no. You understand he is going to alter his shooting clothes, so you nod and get off the car. Jin is waiting for you to look at him last time, but you didn't. He doesn't know what to do, but then out of nowhere, he called you loudly. So you turn around and look at him, still in car and looking at you. You are confused by his word, but he didn't give you time and drove off. You are looking at the direction where his car gone, and you shrug off the shoulder and turn around to leave, but stop as someone shout your name. So you again look back, but frown to see. He asked while breathing heavily. Soon J-Hope also come to you, and he's sweating too. You don't know what is happening and why they are in so hurry, but you are damn sure if Namjoon is here in this situation, that means something must be urgent. You squeeze your eyes and look at him, but he quickly takes out the paper from his pocket and gives it to you. Your eyes widen as you heard him, but then Namjoon came near you and looked at you carefully. They understand your confusion on Namjoon's side and start telling you everything that J-Hope told him already, but your eyes widen to hear Jin's past. Soon you covered your mouth to stop the gasp, to be released in shock. Because Mr. Kim never told you this reality of Jin. That means he is also unaware about this. You look at J-Hope and he is nodding his head, but you are so frustrated by everything. Your mind is thinking why Taehyung is doing this all. Either his revenge is with you, not with Jin, and how you could stand against Taehyung for the person who abused you physically and mentally. How you can fight against your love for the person who even didn't want to see your face. You were in your thought, but your heart sank down, as Namjoon said.